Hello there guys, and welcome back to our car modeling tutorial. And in the last episode we got started on the BMW M2, and in this episode here what we'll do is we'll continue working on the front section here. So I think what we'll do, rather than keep on going up the way, we'll have a look at some of the information that we have inside here. Start to get some of these extrusions in so we can start to make this lower front section here. I think what I'm probably going to do is bring the majority of this back in, because it does look like we maybe are going out a little bit too far. So with this point here, let's just make sure I'm not saying that too far. We don't want to do too much damage in that top view, because we want to make sure we're still aligned nicely down here. So what we'll do is we'll get a little bit of detail inside here now. So we started to merge into that top portion here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of these edges as part of this point here. I'm going to hit Control E again. I'm going to pull out on this side here, but then I'm also going to pull down. Okay. I'm going to snap this point here to this one, and then merge these two together. What I'm going to do in the front view is I'm going to make sure that these are following the shape nice. So I'm going to go something like this, something like this. Maybe bring that down here, because we're going to use these points here to start to create this bit here. This isn't an actual defined line, that's more of a curve. Here, what we want to do with these is start to pull these up and around, because this curvature ends up going down and around here. So we'll grab these and put those in like so. Bring this back central, and again let's just quickly snap all of these to the center properly. Holding X and do something like that. So we've got a little bit there, and finally what we're going to do is we're going to bring these in. Like so. Maybe bring these in a little bit more. As we come around this bottom section, maybe bring around something like that. Okay. I think what we'll maybe want to do is bring that in still a little bit more, something like that. Take all of these in a bit more still. Now our points here eventually merge into this. So what we'll actually do is we'll have them merge into this section here. So we'll grab an edge loop and we'll drop that here. And before we do anything, start merging anything to this, we'll bring these points further away from each other again, so we don't end up curving off or straightening up, sorry, the angles within this section. And we'll also, in doing so, make sure we're still maintaining a nice curve around here. good. And then we'll quickly merge these here. Okay, so that looks good. We're also going to want at this point to add in the geometry here for this section, because again we're going to want at this point here to move. So I'm going to grab these points and I'm going to pull them down here. I'm going to insert an edge loop like so, and again these points I'm going to pull up. So I'm going to make sure that these are away from each other. We want to make sure that our curvature here still looks good, which it is. And then this edge we are going to extrude, and we are going to pull out, and this edge is going to go and follow all the way down and around here. So pull this all the way out, and because we're going to curve around here, we're going to want to straighten these off a little bit. And select them both, and we'll bring them in, so it looks like they're about at that point there. Just make sure that looks how it should. Let's just check my references here. So it looks like it follows a similar trajectory to what we have at the top. So we'll maybe pull it out to here. Okay. So we'll grab this edge again. I'm going to hit Ctrl E. I'm going to curve this around. Now this geometry is going to directly link with what we have above. So we can see here that we don't actually have anything here. This edge looks like it will be best linked to this one, but what we could do is we could maybe put it up to that one. This edge here over there, this one could go up here. We could add one more in down here as well. So if we go Ctrl E again to extrude, we'll maybe go down to about this point, and then the final point should link up there. If not, we can add in another one afterwards. So go something like that, but we'll want to again maximize this curvature here by pulling these points over here. Okay, and we're going to want to get this following the correct line. So we'll grab this here, this one as well, and this one down here. Again, blueprints don't match up 100%, that's no big deal just now. We will want to make sure that these are maintaining kind of a frontal edge. So we'll bring all of these points forward so they're not going back in on themselves, like so. Maybe push the top ones back a little bit. Okay, so that's looking good. And it looks like the only thing we'll need to do on this front view now is we'll need one more edge to go around here and stop. Okay. That looks good, and push this in. Okay. Let's just go back to my other. There we go. That's my best image of this section. So looks like now we've got a nice inward trajectory there, which is good. So what we're going to want to do with this is we are going to want to extrude all of our edges in. And we're going to want to do this edge, this edge here. I'm going to grab all of these. Maybe we won't, maybe we'll do it in stages. So what we'll probably do is let's take in this edge, this one, this one, this one, and this one. We've got these as well. We'll hit Ctrl E, we'll pull these in. I'm just going to pull on the angle there just so that I can see them better in the front view. And essentially what we want from these is we want these ones to come up here. So I think what we actually want is this first one to be very close here, like so. And again, this one to be fairly close, taking us a little bit further in. In this direction here. Okay, so it looks to me like we're going to want to be doing at the top something like that. Here be something like that. I think what we'll do at this stage is we're going to take all of these edges here . Maybe not actually, maybe what we'll do is we'll take these edges and we'll want this one here to merge over here. Now again, I should actually mention that I've never modelled this car, so it is going to be a little bit of trial and error as we go, just in case. So we'll do something like that. Now it looks like we'll actually want this one to actually merge up in that direction. So it looks like we're going to want this to be up here along with this one, and then keep this down here. Looks like that's kind of direction we're going to want to be moving. Put those in there like so, and that means we can just pull all of those points out to the side. Now, does it actually look like this goes a bit further up? Like okay. So at this point here, we're going to need to insert some edge loops. We'll put these in here, so we're going to need 3, so we'll drop 1 here and here and here. And what we'll do with these is we'll grab the front sections and make sure when we don't just have a boring straight line, we'll get a little bit of curve inside here. Okay. So we've got all those points running up there, got all these coming in here. So what I think we actually want to do is all of these points we do want to have a little bit further in, something like that, and then each of these kind of mirror that distance. Like so. And then it's a case of grabbing these edges inside here. We can bridge those. We can hit G and it'll do the last tool we used, which in this case is the bridge. Pull these in something like that. We'll also bridge these ones too, actually. It does look like they do. We'll insert an edge loop to go straight through the center here, because what this edge loop is going to do is it's going to merge with the extra line of geometry that we have here. So I'm going to just snap these two together and merge them. Now it looks to me like as we go along here we actually get more curved and more curved, so we'll start to pull all of these points in, like so. So it looks like these actually curve out to something like that. So as we get inside here, we have an awful lot more curves around like so. Okay, and then we'll just want to make sure that we're keeping a nice line going through there. It looks pretty good to get started, and then what we'll do is we'll grab these edges here, maybe not this one. We'll hit Control E, and these ones are just going to come out the way here, because there is actually a gap going down this edge, so we'll use these to start to fabricate that gap. Fabricate, should I say? Fabricate. Okay. And again, we're going to grab these ones, we're going to merge this up here to that element there, and then at the front here we're just going to grab these ones and pull them straight down here, so we can see the curve we was trying to emulate is something like that. And then this one here can snap down there, and again merge those together. Just want to make sure that this one is running through there as well. Now to me it looks, because it is actually hard to kind of distinguish, so it looks like we just want to go a little bit closer inside here. Like so. That's looking pretty good. What we'll maybe do as well is we'll do the section that kind of does the same in here, so I'm going to grab each of these points here, maybe this one as well. I'm going to hit Control E, and we're going to go in on the extrusion here to something like that. What we actually want to do is these top points here are very close, something like there. We'll also pull these down slightly. And we'll get these in. It seems like these get a little bit further out as we go, something like that. What we'll also do is we'll grab these points all around here, and we'll pull them inside. Maybe this one is a bit too much. Just so that not everything is flat and sharp edges. And what we'll do with this is we'll maybe just grab each of these lines here, hit Control E, and I'll just pull this all the way down, like so. So pull this down to these points here. I am going to grab an edge loop and drop it in here. And then what we'll do is we'll simply just merge these points. Okay. What we'll want to do is we can see here that because of this difference, kind of a difference in curve there, what we'll actually do is we'll grab all of these points and we'll just pull them all further out. And maybe pull those just to kind of reflect the curve. These points here could then be pulled a little bit further forward. Take these more still, just so we reflect the correct curve going through there. Okay, so that's looking pretty decent. And then what we would do is let's grab the rest of these. We'll hit Control E and bring them out. We'll bring them out to meet that same distance. That should be fine. We'll snap to this point here. And we can merge. And then what we'll do with all of these is, again, similar to before, we're going to pull them out and maybe pull them up a little bit. Maybe grab this edge here, just pull that out a little bit more. Grab all of these, pull them up ever so slightly, and then we'll simply grab all of these points. We'll hit Control E, and then we'll take these in as far as we need to. It looks maybe something like that, and then inside there we'll have a little bit of honeycomb mesh. It's looking good. Control D, Control G, -1. We'll get an instance in here at some point, but we'll just do that for now. So it's looking pretty good, got a little bit of detail on there. We can maybe now do the same to these points here, but what I might actually want to do at this point is on the inside of this, we'll grab all the lines here. I'm just going to grab the scale tool. I'm just going to scale that back, because it does look like inside here they are all the same. So just do something like that. Okay, now it looks like we're going to want to do the same for this portion here. So what we'll maybe do is we'll grab all of these interior sections, and we'll do it all the way up to this point as well, and then we'll grab all of these too. Just going to hit Control E again. We'll pull these in like so. Now what we're going to want to do is very similar to what we've done on the other instances. We'll grab all of these and pull them down ever so slightly. grab all of these and pull them in ever so slightly. Now these come in quite far from what I can tell. I think what we'll want to do around here is grab this edge and we'll want to merge it up here. Okay, so if we jump in our front view, you can see here that we more or less want to be all the way up around this point. Those are there. So all of these will need to be moved along as well. So we can get inside here. Okay. That's looking good. And it looks like we'll just want to pull all of these in to make sure we've got a nice curve to all these parts. Okay, so that's looking good so far. Again, let's just quickly duplicate this. Okay, so we've got that looking good, I think. I think we'll stop this episode here. In the next episode, what we'll probably do is start to work up and around the grille, around the lights, and hopefully we'll maybe get down the bonnet and start getting some proper shape to the car here. Okay guys, cool.